Ajurrumiyyah, lesson number 7. In the previous lesson, we discussed the nawasib, the grammatical governors that turn the imperfect, that put the imperfect verb into the subjunctive mood. In this lesson, we're going to discuss the jawazim. والجوازم 18 وهي the governors that put the imperfect verb into the jussive mood are 18. وهي, and they are, again here is feminine singular pronoun, refers to the plural of refers to the inanimate plural. وهي, they are لم ولما وألم وألم ولام الأمر والدعاء ولا في النهي والدعاء. So these are in two groups. The first groups, which I mentioned, will govern a single verb and make it put it in the jussive mood, and the following governors that start with in, they actually have a conditional meaning, and they will govern two imperfect verbs. So here, let's start with, we'll try to, Ibn Ajurrumiyyah rahimahullah does not give examples to any of these. Inshallah, we'll try to give an example to each one. Lam means not, and it is a particle that indicates negation, and as well as turning the imperfect verb into the jussive mood, and qalb, transformation, in the sense that it turns the present or the future meaning of the imperfect verb into a past tense meaning. The example from the Quran al-Karim is going to be lam yelid wa lam yulad. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not beget. Lam yelid, right? Lam is the governor, amil. Yelid is the ma'mul, the governed word, and the amal, the irab, is the sukun. And lam yelid, the imperfect, shows that's in the jussive mood with the sukun. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the file of yelid is what? Huwa, the hidden pronoun huwa, that refers back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Lam yelid, he did not beget. Walam yulad, nor was he begotten. Here again, the yulad is majhul, passive, and the file, naibul file in this case, is going to be the huwa, which again refers back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And he was not begotten, meaning Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not have a child, nor was he, nor did he have parents. That he is the first, before whom there was nothing else, and he is the eternal, and he is not subject to change. He did not beget, nor was he begotten, which refutes the Christian belief in theology and calling Isa alayhi salam, Jesus, God. God neither had a child, nor was he a child. God is the creator of everything other than himself. So lam yulad, here lam again is the amil, yulad is the ma'mul, and the amal is again sukun on the final letter of the verb. Elam is just lam with a hamzatul taqrir before it, and so many works of grammar will not mention this as anything different. It's just basically lam with a hamza before it. And the example of this from the Quran al-Karim is the first ayah of Surah al-Inshirah. Alam nashrah laka sadrak. Did we not open for you your chest? So here alam is the amil, or to be more precise, lam is the amil again. Nashrah is the ma'mul, and the sukun is the amal on the final letter of the verb. And this hamza is for taqrir, meaning did we not open your chest for you your chest, meaning we did open. We did open for you your chest. And lemma is likewise, it's just a lemma with a hamza before it. So let's give an example of lemma. Lemma is just works like lam. The only difference is um, um, unlike lam, which just has the negation of the past tense meaning, lemma also includes with the negation the sense of tawaqqu'u, meaning expectation that it will happen. So it will be translated into English as not yet. An example from the Quran is ayah number 142 from Surah Al Imran. Estaizu billah. Em hasibetum en tedkulul cennete وَلَمَّا يَعْلَمِ اللَّهُ الَّذ۪ينَ جَاهَدُوا مِنْكُمْ وَيَعْلَمَ الصَّابِرِينَ. Here the hamza is for inkar. Em hasibtum en tedkulul cenneh. Did you count, did you think that you will enter Jannah? وَلَمَّا وَاوَ الْحَالِيَةِ, while Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not know yet الَّذ۪ينَ جَاهَدُوا مِنْكُمْ, those who do jihad from among you, وَيَعْلَمَ الصَّابِرِينَ, with knowing those who are patient. So here there are a couple of things. As we said, the hamza is for inkar, meaning did you think this would happen? It won't happen. You will not enter Jannah before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows those who do jihad from you, with those who are patient. And so the hamza is for inkar, but that's not our subject at the moment. What we focus on at the moment is وَلَمَّا يَعْلَمِ اللَّهُ الَّذِينَ جَاهَدُوا. So this lamma is the jazm, and it does jazm of ya'lam, so that becomes sakin. Now in the recitation it gets a kesra, so it becomes وَلَمَّا يَعْلَمِ اللَّهُ الَّذِينَ جَاهَدُوا. That kesra is just due to a phonetic reason. It is not due to a grammatical or syntactic reason. It's just because the lafzatul jalala, the word Allah, has starts with a hamzatul wasl, and then so therefore just to elide the word so that we don't have two sukoons, meaning the sukoon in the on the lam that has a shadda, and as well as the sukoon on the mim. Just as you know, one of the rules of Arabic phonetics is that imtina iltiqai sakinain, you cannot have two sukoons next to each other. So there they just put a kesra on the mim to elide ya'lam into the sukoon of lafzatul jalala, the word Allah. So that's there purely for a phonetic reason. But the grammatical government is what? That ya'lam becomes sakin, the mim, the final letter of the imperfect verb, becomes sakin due to the grammatical governor lemma. Lemma is the governor, ya'lam is the governed verb, and the sukoon on the final letter mim is the government. But again, that's replaced with a kesra to elide ya'lam with the lafzatul jalala, the word Allah. وَلَمَّا يَعْلَمِ اللَّهُ الَّذِينَ جَاهَدُوا مِنْكُمْ. While Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not know yet those who do jihad from you. وَيَعْلَمَ الصَّابِرِينَ. وَيَعْلَمْ, waw is ma'iyya, and then after it there is an and that is mudmar, that is hidden, meaning ma'a ilmi sabirin, together with his knowledge of those who are patient. Right? But again, that's not what we're concentrating at the moment. We're concentrating on the government of lemma. And so here you can see that lemma as a grammatical governor, that is jazm, that puts the imperfect verb into the jasif mode, makes the word ya'lam jasif. From a theological perspective, we should observe that obviously Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows everything that has happened and that will ever happen. So he has the knowledge of the general actions and their consequences, as well as knowledge of every particular. So here the fact that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not know yet those who do jihad from you, meaning what? Meaning that before uh, um, uh, the reality which the knowledge knew comes into existence. For example, when you say ma alimtu fi fulanin khayran, I did not know any good in someone, so there you're not obviously disclosing your ignorance. You're just saying that there's no good in him, so that I would know it. So there the negation of the knowledge is due to the fact that the negation of what the knowledge is attached to. So I did not know him to be any good, meaning he was no good, and therefore I had no knowledge of that. So in the same sense that وَلَمَّا يَعْلِمِ اللَّهُ الَّذِينَ جَاهَدُوا مِنْكُمْ, while Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not know yet those who do jihad from you, meaning before the reality to which the knowledge is related to takes place. So this is an example of lamma doing jazm of an imperfect verb. Next we have lamul emir wa dua, the lam of the imperative, and the dua, which is a prayer. And the example we can give is the same governor from Quran al-Karim is Estaizu billah, Surah Zukhruf, وَنَادُوا يَا مَالِكُ لِيَقْضِ عَلَيْنَا رَبُّكَ قَالَ إِنَّكُمْ مَاكِثُونَ. This is the people of hell addressing Malik, the angel of hell. وَنَادُوا يَا مَالِكُ, they called, O Malik, لِيَقْضِ عَلَيْنَا رَبُّكَ, let your Lord take our lives. قَالَ إِنَّكُمْ مَاكِثُونَ, he said, indeed you will remain. So here لِيَقْضِ is lam, that is for dua. May your Lord, let your Lord do qada alayna, meaning take our lives, a decree upon us, meaning take our lives. So here lam is the jazim. Yaqdi, the verb is mejzum in the subject, in the jazm mood, and then the amal, the irab, is the dropping of the final letter. The yaqdi is the imperfect, but then liyaqdi, the ya has dropped because of the same phonetic rule that I mentioned previously, imtina iltiqai sakinain, that as you know, the huruful med are sakin by definition. Liyaqdi, right? So that ya is sakin, and then when it becomes mejzum, it acquires another sukun due to the jazm mood, due to the jazm, and then you can't have two sukuns on the same letter, and so therefore the weak letter drops completely, and that's the manifestation of the grammatical government, liyaqdi alayna rabbuka. And we also have examples of this in hadith. For example, the hadith in the Muwatta, the famous hadith, من كان يؤمن بالله واليوم الآخر فليقل خيرا أو ليصمت. Whoever believes in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the final day, meaning in the hereafter, فليقل خيرا, let him say good words, let him say good things, أو ليصمت, or let him be quiet. So this is lamul emir. Yaqul becomes mejzum because of the lam, and liyasmut, yasmutu becomes mejzum because of the lam. وَمَنْ كَانَ يُؤْمِنُ بِاللَّهِ وَالْيَوْمِ الْآخِرِ فَلْيُكْرِمْ جَارَهُ. Whoever believes in Allah and the final day, let him be generous to his neighbor, let him be hospitable, let him honor his neighbor. وَمَنْ كَانَ يُؤْمِنُ بِاللَّهِ وَالْيَوْمِ الْآخِرِ فَلْيُكْرِمْ ضَيْفَهُ. And whoever believes in Allah and the final day, let him be generous, hospitable for his guest. So that was those were the examples of لام الأمر والدعاء. As for لا في النهي والدعاء, the example I will give will be from the hadith in Sahih al-Bukhari. من كان يؤمن بالله واليوم الآخر فلا يؤذي جاره. Whoever believes in Allah and the final day, let him not harm. Let him not harm his neighbor. So yu'dhi, here the final ya drops because of the la, which is the grammatical governor. Yu'dhi is the ma'mul, and the amal is the dropping of the final ya because of the same reason, imtinal tikai sakinain, that ya is already sakin, and then because of the la, it acquires another sukun, and you cannot have two sukun on a weak letter, so the weak letter drops completely. So you just have a kesra for the penultimate root of the verb. فَلَا يُؤْذِي جَارَهُ, let him not harm his neighbor, and this is an example of la fi nahi. This is the end of lesson number 7 of Ajurrumiyyah. Subhaneke Allahümme bihamdik, neşhedü en la ilahe illa ent, nestağfiruke ve netûbü ileyk. Subhan rabbike rabbil izzeti amma yasifun. Selamun alel murselin velhamdülillahi rabbil alemin.